How you doing? Excellent. I got my son Andrew recording this right there. Everyone say hi. He thinks I'm not cool, but I'm going to try and make him look like cool now. Is that dope? Graduates, faculty, friends, and family, I want to start off by congratulating the class of 2017. I'm very proud of all of you. However, I hope you don't get a job. I said I hope you don't get a job because I want you to find your passion. Okay? You're all going to be frustrated, right, with whoever it is you're going to be working for. And I want you to know that's a good thing, right? Frustration leads to reinvention. It leads to breakthrough, right? Find the reason you were put on this earth. You want to find your passion, right? And follow your heart as well when it comes to your career. Okay? Now, I want to talk about this guy named Jonas Rivera. Okay? He said he was a terrible artist, right? And he still is. And he's one of the wonderful graduates here from San Francisco State University. Now, before I go on, I'd like to ask, what music is this from? What movie? That's what I'm talking about. Excellent, great. Okay, so he said he was a terrible artist. And he didn't care. He wanted to just follow his heart. And so he went to go work at Pixar. And I actually knew a couple of guys that worked for him. Apparently he's a really good guy. And I spoke to the people that work for him, and I said, why on earth would you make a movie about an older man, a little kid, and balloons? I mean, it's a merchandising nightmare, right? And he said to me, we don't care. We just make movies from our hearts. We do what we love to do, right? And I want you to all do the same thing as well, right? It's never about the money, okay? It's about passion. And he followed his heart. And he won an Oscar award as well, which is pretty cool. Okay? And so, whatever you do, please don't chase money. I know initially you kind of have to, I get it. But longer term, just follow your passion. Follow your heart. Do what you love doing in life. Right? And some people are so poor, all they have is money. Okay? So you'll find that if you chase money, you'll lose your dreams. If you chase your dreams, the money will come accidentally. Okay? And so Confucius had this great quote. He said, find an occupation you love, and you'll never work a day in your life. And I really believe it. I really believe it, okay? And Mark Twain's got a lot of great quotes, right? He said the two most important days in your life are the day you're born, and then the day you find out why, okay? And so I put together 10 things that I wish I could have told myself when I graduated, okay? So let's start off with number 10 here, okay? Confidence, right? It's all up here. Your limits are the ones you set for yourself, okay? And there's a great chart I love here. Here's, on the x-axis age, on the y-axis is give a darn, okay? And when you're younger, you don't have confidence issues. You don't care what people think. When you're older, you don't care either. Older people have confidence problems. This is called the triangle of despair, and I want you to avoid it. I want you to not care what people think. I want you to live life on your terms and do what you're passionate about. And you'll be more successful because of that. That much I promise you. And all the successful entrepreneurs I know are successful because of this. And remember, nobody's smarter than you.
When you grow up, you tend to get told that the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world, try not to bash into the walls too much, try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money. That's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is everything around you that you call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence it. You can build your own things that other people can use. Once you learn that, you'll never be the same again.
So true. So true. It's amazing. And the next one is, I want you to run to your fear, okay? Whatever it is in life, that you're fearful of, I want you to run towards it, because your competition won't. If it's public speaking, making an idiot of yourself like I just have here on stage, right? If that scares you, run towards it. If it's accounting, run towards it, okay? Run towards your fears, okay? I'm still scared now. Next up, you need yodas, okay? You need mentors. Get lots of mentors in life, right? You won't get ahead in life unless you have somebody mentoring you. So ask them. That was so badass, I gotta show you again. So check this out. What's this here? Pretty cool, right? So you all need yodas in your life, okay? Next up, again, don't chase money. You know, the Dalai Lama had this wonderful quote. He said the problem with Western society is we sacrifice our health, our entire lives, in order to make money. And at the end of our lives, we sacrifice all of our money in order to maintain our health. And then we look back upon our life and we realize we never really lived to begin with. Right? So pay close attention to your health. Okay? If you're happy, you'll be more successful in life. If you exercise, take care of your health, you'll be very happy as well. And that's a good segue for this this program I saw on television. It's National Geographic, I think. And there was a gazelle being chased by a cheetah. And they monitored the gazelle. And when the gazelle was being chased, reproductive systems broke down. The gazelle aged. You know, the gazelle got really sick. We weren't meant to be stressed out like this in life. So be careful when it comes to stress in your health, okay? All right, next up, we've got a great building that's being built right now in San Francisco, right? Traffic's gonna be like LA really soon, I promise you, right? You've got this amazing man named Mark Benioff, right, who owns the largest company, the biggest employer now in San Francisco, Salesforce.com. And in the corporate culture that Mr. Benioff had from day one was this thought process of giving back to society. Everybody that works there, right, they love what they do. They give back to society, not just money, but their time as well. And if you do that, if you create that DNA subfabric within your corporate culture and the company you're going to create, you'll be happier. You'll be more productive as well, right? And the same goes for family as well. You know, when you start your own families, try to have a sense of giving back as well, right? You'll be much more happy and much more productive, as there'll be a wonderful sense of purpose, you know, as you create your company and raise children, etc. Very important, very important. Okay, great. So, I also want you to, this one's kind of tough to explain. Now, I want you to set lofty goals, right? And sorry to put Andrew on the spot here, my son, but he loves Derek Jeter, right? And I made him read a book last summer, right? Called The Contract by Derek Jeter. And the reason Derek Jeter was so successful was because his parents, from the age of 10, made him write down his goals every January and put it on his wall. And he achieved every single one of them. And the guy's amazing. You know I'm a Blue Jays fan. I don't like the Yankees, okay? Okay. But he achieved all these goals. And in 1953 at Yale University, 3% of the graduating class wrote down their goals. 20 years later, they went back to that graduating class. And the net worth of that 3% was much greater than the other 97% combined. Okay, so write down your goals, put them in your calendar app, on your iPhone, your Android handset, whatever it might be, and repeat them daily. And you know what? You just might achieve them all, so watch out. Okay? Very, very big goal setting. Update them often. Okay, next up we have ethics. Warren Buffett said that it takes 30 years to build up a great reputation and only 30 seconds to destroy it. Careful to Snapchat that stuff, okay? That stuff's around there forever, right? Okay, next up, perception of reality. You're not lost, you're found. That glass is half full, it's not half empty. Cut out everybody in your life that has a negative attitude. You'll be more successful, okay? Number one, this one's big. It's a little bit prophetic too. Ask and you shall receive, right? You gotta ask. You want a raise? You gotta ask. You want a promotion? You gotta ask. You want a date? You gotta ask. I had to ask a million times. That sort of thing, right?
No, I've actually always found something to be very true, which is most people don't get those experiences because they never ask. I've never found anybody that didn't want to help me if I asked them for help. I always call them up. I called up, this will date me, but I called up Bill Hewlett when I was 12 years old, and he lived in Palo Alto. His number was still in the phone book. And he answered the phone himself. He said, yes? He said, hi, I'm Steve Jobs. I'm 12 years old. I'm a student in high school, and I want to build a frequency counter. And I was wondering if you had any spare parts I could have. And he laughed, and he gave me the spare parts to build this frequency counter, and he gave me a job that summer in Hewlett-Packard, working on the assembly line, putting nuts and bolts together on frequency counters. He got me a job in the place that built them. And I was in heaven. And I've never found anyone who said no or hung up the phone when I called. I just asked. And when people ask me, I try to be as responsive, to pay that debt of gratitude back. Most people never pick up the phone and call. Most people never ask. And that's what separates sometimes the people that do things from the people that just dream about them. You gotta act. And you've got to be willing to fail. You've got to be willing to crash and burn. With people on the phone, with starting a company, with whatever. If you're afraid of failing, you won't get very far.
Failure is cool. I want you to fail a lot. I want you to take risks in your life. You'll never get ahead if you don't take a lot of risks. Okay? Take a lot of risks. And just know that there's no limit to what you can achieve if you take these risks. Anything's possible. Anything's possible! Sorry I didn't show any San Francisco teams. I should have. Kind of an issue, I guess, right? Sorry. Right. That was awesome, right? And Michael Jordan actually, I don't know if you know this, he got cut from his high school basketball team. And he had this incredible quote that just changed me. I love it. He said, I've failed over and over and over and over and over again. And that is why I succeed. Okay? So embrace failure. Okay? Celebrate it. Except today. Today's a big success. You guys are great. And I want you to dream a lot, right? You can never dream enough, right? And work hard on writing down those goals, making your dreams become a reality. Otherwise, you know what happens? Something awful. You end up working for somebody else, and they pay you to help make their dreams a reality. Okay? And so, about a year ago, I woke up in the middle of the night in a cold sweat. Right? And it was an awful nightmare. And I got up and I put pen to paper, and I couldn't stop writing. And I wrote this article that got published somewhere online, right? And it's called 8 Reasons to Start Your Dream Company Today. Bear with me, I want to read it to you, okay? I had a dream. It's true. I had a dream that I went to a corporate picnic, and I had to tell my kids to please be on their best behavior so it would not limit my career. I hate that. Actually, this wasn't a dream, it was a nightmare. And if I had to create a title for my nightmare, it would be called Forced Family Fun. Okay? It doesn't matter how many companies you start in business, all you have to be right is one time. Okay, so please don't spend the rest of your lives thinking what could have happened. Make it happen starting today. And the cool thing is that in America now, the average age for somebody starting a company is over 50. Right? So you guys got a lot of time. Okay? Okay. So many famous people started their business empires out of frustration and failure, right? Jay-Z couldn't get a record label to sign him, so he started his own record label, right? It's pretty cool. Many people don't realize that Bill Gates' first major business venture didn't work out for him either. He failed, right? He's a big failure. And the same thing with Thomas Edison. He failed more than the top 50 entrepreneurs in the world combined, right? It's amazing. It's amazing, right? So, make sure that you follow through on your goals. Okay, very important. And starting your own business should not be about money. Okay, it should be about passion and freedom. Okay, freedom to never have to answer to anyone ever again. Okay? Freedom to set your own corporate culture the right way. Freedom to be able to take an entire week off of school, or of work, and do charity work, right? Or take your kids to school, right? Whatever it might be. Freedom to spend more time during the week with your parents, right? Give them a big hug, okay? Especially with Father's Day coming up soon, right? Hug your dad, please, okay? And your mom too, okay? Okay. And freedom to know that if you work for yourself, it's the ultimate meritocracy. You eat what you kill. It sounds harsh, enough, right? Freedom to know that there's no limitations anymore in your career, okay? Freedom to know that those might have thought of you as a threat at your previous company can no longer hold you back. Freedom from all politics, freedom to create, freedom to donate, freedom to be you. Okay? And so here's 8 reasons that you must write down your business plan starting tonight so you can live life in your terms. Okay? Number 1, freedom to know that working for yourself creates a simple formula. so you know how much you're going to be compensated. Okay? As a result of the freedom of self-employment, you don't have to rely on others stealing your commissions, ideas, or hard work. Corporate politics sucks the life, creativity, and freedom out of you. Watch out for that. Okay? Number 2, freedom to know the rules and set the rules, so you don't have to dance on eggshells and worry if you're overqualified or a threat to others. Okay, almost done. Number 3, freedom to select your own customers and have the same core values in life that you have. Imagine that, right? Number 4, freedom to challenge yourself and compete with yourself and know in your heart that there's no glass ceiling stopping you from progressing. 5, almost done. Freedom to have the pride and peace of mind knowing that you will never, ever, ever, ever again get out of bed in the morning and tell yourself you're going to work. Okay? 6, freedom of expression and the peace of mind knowing that you're allowed to focus on your personal, passionate pursuit of happiness. 2 more. 7, freedom to spend your time pursuing your charitable passion so you can leave the world a better place than when you entered it. And number 8, freedom to live and work from anywhere in the world. You know, in this new awesome digital reality, you know, working abroad is now an option. Heck, go work in Paris or Dubai or Montreal or Rio or wherever you want to. Okay, so please, 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 don't put off your entrepreneurship dreams. You know, start writing your business plan right now, and please feel free to ping me over LinkedIn or whatever it might be, because I want to humbly help you. I want to help you, okay? You know, freedom to live life on your terms starting today. Okay, so just the last little message here is, I want you to be your own boss, right? I want you to live life, love life on your terms with no limits, okay? So, in closing, you know, God bless you, and congratulations to the class of 2017. Thank you.